Yes, we are there. Capital XTRA Evenings with me, Omar. Another legend in front of me right now. UK OG from the 0161, musician, creative developer. There's so many terms I could use to describe you, bro. But look, welcome. Bugzy Malone in the building.
Yes.
How's it going, brother? How you feeling?
Oh, good, thank you.
Good. Look, before we talk about the track, before we talk about anything, let's talk about the album. Obviously, you dropped it last year, The Resurrection. What was the reaction with that, bro?
Yeah, solid reaction. Obviously toured off the back of it, done the arena in Manchester. For me, it was just important to get straight back out and, I don't know, man, kind of demonstrate to the supporters that I'm serious about the job. Because in a situation like that, you can easily just sit it out, go away and recover, and take 2 or 3 years to bring something out. So I thought I'd get back out there and flipping entertain people, you know?
Yeah, bro. Your energy on stage is powerful, bro.
Yeah.
What's it like performing out in Manchester in the in where you were talking about?
What, the arena?
Yes.
Yeah, the arena was just an amazing experience. Just because it's not been done before, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, it was just something that hadn't been done before, and I wanted to take on just a challenge of that magnitude. It was pretty scary, you know. Because,
In what sense?
Still, like, it was still the pandemic, and a lot of people had pulled their tours. So my agent was like, "If you want to pull it, we'll just pull it." I was like, "Move with that energy, man." You know what I mean? We're just gonna make it happen, man. So I just marched forward, made it happen.
And were the people grateful that obviously all these things were being cancelled and you showed up and you were there? Were they gassed?
Yeah, and I think everything got locked down again the week after the show. So it was perfect timing.
Oh, you got in there, man.
I know. But to me, it was a demonstration that the law of attraction just works the way that it works. You know?
That's powerful? Do you use that within your graft and your hustle?
Yeah, I just think visualizing something and believing in it is just very important to the process of success.
Yeah, I think so, man. I see a lot of your wisdom which you put out on social media, and something which you put out, you were saying, you know, everyone wants to achieve, everyone wants to hustle, everyone wants to build and create something. But a lot of the time people can get lost in that and they don't enjoy the simple things in life. So how do you, with someone that is so successful like you and doing all the things that you do, how do you find balance to come back to earth and enjoy?
I'm kind of guilty of that as well, though, you know.
Oh, too many takeaways on that, innit?
Not necessarily that, but just like forgetting to enjoy the simple things in life. And I just think that's a challenge of becoming successful, because you kind of program yourself in a way where you're screeching past the finish line. Do you get what I'm saying? You program yourself in a way where you just never slow down, and then there comes a point where you have to learn to relax again and learn to find balance again, and you know. So yeah. I'm guilty of that.
I think it's a thing like. It's like the rhythm, like the waves. You get some certain opportunities and you do certain things and it like draws you out, and then you always get pulled back in because it's so relative. That feeling of like, yes, man, I did it. And it just collapses. So it's kind of like you have to be neutral and like ride in between the waves rather than just getting too affected by them.
You know what? Yeah, I'm one of these people where like I was one of the original people to be watching like motivational videos on YouTube. No, like it's a thing now. And it's all getting like memed on Instagram and TikTok and all that. Like, you talking like 10 years ago, I was watching hour-long motivational videos. And you know the ones where it's like, it says you got to want it as much as you want to breathe and all that. I just took all that seriously.
Get out of bed.
All of that.
Make sure.
I just took all that seriously. And then, I don't know, I think when you do become successful, you got to remember to rebalance your life.
So obviously the clothing brand is looking amazing. Also, the acting this year is heavy, man. What's it like working with Jason Statham, Hugh Grant, all of them?
Yeah, I mean, Hugh Grant's just a character.
In what sense?
Just like, I remember one day we was in Guy Ritchie's, he's got like a Winnebago thing. It's like, I don't know, the place where we all sit and chill. And Hugh Grant came in character for the new film.
Is this the first time you met him?
Nah, because I met him on The Gentleman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But he just kind of turned up in character and just started going on. And he's chatting to us all, but in character, to show the director, here's what I'm thinking in terms of the way I'm going to play the character.
Right.
So that was fun. You know what I mean? It was just fun to see the actors' process, the way they do things. And obviously I'm into all the action man stuff. So when I seen Jason Statham in action, it made me think I can do this. With the right work, I can get this done.
But I'm not even going to compare you to Jason Statham because you're your own person, but I feel like we've got like a black Jason Statham on our hands. You know what I mean?
I'll take that.
You take that, man.
I'll take that.
Look, the elephant in the room, I spoke to you a bit about it before the interview. The figure, bro. You're looking good. You're looking healthy, you're looking sharp. I know you're a boxer as well. Do you have any bouts, or is it kind of just for training?
Yeah, I mean, people say I'm a boxer. I'm not.
Are you not?
No, I just train.
Okay.
You get me? I just train. And like you were saying before, it's a headspace thing. Because I just feel like when you come into success, if you're not careful, you get carried away.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're in the clubs every weekend. You know, think about it. Like once you've like made it or you've got to a certain place, what are you going to do from there? So I just try and challenge myself to stay hungry and stay, I don't know, focused and humble. So yeah, I do boxing because that's the bit I enjoy.
So it's finding that discipline which can keep you on the path.
Yeah, because if you're just not careful, you just start trying to soak up the fruits of your labour. And before you know it, you fell off. That's not me.
Do you ever clock, like, is your intention behind all of the things you do, is it ever like to leave a legacy to inspire people that other people can catch on to? Because I see what you're doing and you're leaving a big shadow. And I think for people like myself, from watching you since I was young, it's like, rah, you are the motivational videos which you were watching when you were younger. Do you know what I mean? Does that ever cross your mind?
Yeah, and thanks for saying that, because that's exactly what it is. You know, when I was young, I never really had a father figure to really kind of hold on to and respect and look up to, and people like Muhammad Ali ended up turning into father figures through documentaries. You're listening to what he's saying, you're taking him seriously. I remember he says something about like don't smoke weed, or you know, don't eat sweets, or and I remember being at a stage where I thought,
yamming some sweets.
I was just letting him down. I thought, I'm letting him down. Do you know what I mean? So I understood the power of legacy many years ago. So that's my whole reason for doing what I do. You know, I got to a stage financially where I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna do this now to try and inspire people. So I kind of live to inspire, and not by going out of my way to be Mr. Motivational, just by being the best version of myself. I've noticed that it has a good impact on people, so.
Yeah, that's powerful, man. Obviously, we're going to talk about the tune that you've dropped with Miss Energy. We'll talk about that soon. But whilst like Miss has come up, do you go gym with Miss? Because I know he's a big guy as well. Have you ever had a session?
I've not been. I've seen videos. He looks super strong.
He's strong, man. I see him blitzing out the press ups and that.
Yeah.
How many press ups do you reckon you could whack out straight away?
I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm about 70. So if you can match that, maybe after we'll have a little.
Maybe. I mean, I used to do 100.
I'll swear, non-stop.
Yeah. But I've not done it in a little bit, so but probably that.
Cool. Let's talk about the track. Obviously, we saw you and Miss team up on that Bad Boy Chiller track, but this Energy tune fits your character. You know, it fits.
Is it?
Like both of you, you come together. Good. I'm like, it's something that we needed this year. How did the process come about?
Yeah, we just kind of linked up, got in the studio a couple of years back, and we messed about. We put some verses down. I remember he was on some television show at the time. It might have been Big Nasty.
Mm-hmm.
We was in the back watching that, and it was just a good vibe in the studio. We had maybe half a song. A few years later, we get back in, and then the vibe had elevated.
So you were sitting on half a song for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And what was that, like a creative block? Was it just think like, you'll allow it, we'll come back to it?
Just busy, do you know what I mean? Just like active festivals, shows, flipping. We just never got back round to it. And then when we did get in the studio, and we're just like, we should give it a chorus, man. I started going, energy.
Yeah.
Boom. You get me? And then once we had the hook, it was just like, we knew we had one. And plus, there's a few kind of dance tracks and like garage sounding tracks floating about. And we thought we'd show them that they don't really make them the way the UK make them, you know?
Yeah. What's the vibe in the studio with Miss? Have you got like a little, like obviously the man's not here now, so we can talk, you know what I mean? What's like a little pet peeve about Miss?
Yeah, I've got nothing but good things to say about him, to be honest.
What's the kind of, what inspires you when Miss is in the studio with you and just with you in general?
Yeah, just his energy in general. That's why I think the word energy became the thing. Just because the energy in the studio was just, it was a thing, you know. And then he's creative. He's coming up with ideas all the time. He's like a ball of energy just jumping about.
Was it his idea to get the steak for the promo? Because I just remember, because I've seen it recently, people have like had the beers and the fans and they're rapping into the fans, and then I just see you guys rapping into this steak.
Yeah, it was, it was. He brought, he's like, people are rapping into something, we should get something, and then we was talking about doing a lobster.
A lobster?
And then we went to Novikov.
What, with a living lobster?
Well, this is what started happening. This is what I'm trying to say, bro. We just ended up in Novikov looking at some living lobster. I'm like, nah, bro.
What was he thinking just to put his hand in it, just like grab it out?
This was like, yo, we should just get a lobster, bro. We should just hang a lobster up on it. I'm like, bro, it's alive, and people will shut us down. You can't, you get me?
Yeah.
So I was like, nah.
Butchers the next day, just grab a steak.
I was like, nah, let me have a look at the steaks and that. And then we got one with the tomahawk steak. And then that was that. You get me? And we're like, should we cook it? Should we not cook it? It was pretty immature, do you know what I'm saying?
Did you cook it after you lot were doing your thing with it?
Do you want me to be honest with you? Yeah?
Tell me, man.
I'm embarrassing somebody somewhere, but it is what it is. I've gone to like throw it away, and one of the boys has been like, hey, Bugs. Just like,
don't even tell me, bro.
I was just like, he's like, yo, beg you give that to me. I was like, all right, sweet, take it, bro. I guess when it's cooked, innit?
Yeah, but he's probably gone home like, hey, yo, you'll never guess what. I've just seen Bugzy.
He was on his Instagram later on that night. I seen it. But yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah, it was funny when it was funny. It was a funny night. And we just, to be honest, we just wanted to do something just to flip in. Just something exciting for people just to flip in, laugh at, you know?
Mm-hmm. Look, I appreciate you coming in, brother. We need to know what's the next move. I know you're working on a lot of things. Do you want to share some light on what you're working on and what we can expect from Bugzy Malone?
Yeah, I think what you can expect from me is for me to push myself to my limit, you know what I mean? I understand now that there's people like yourself and up-and-coming people that are kind of looking at me, so it's important for me to just consolidate what I've built, because when I'm looking at people and I'm inspired by the things that they're doing, and then they fall off, I'm a little bit upset by the whole thing, and yeah, so I'm just trying to build everything, and by the time I'm done, it will be a proper legacy. So
there's a strategy to this.
Yeah, it's long-lasting longevity. You get what I'm saying? It's to complete the mission. I think a lot of people drop off halfway through.
Truth.
You know,
a lot of people just want to play like free-for in GTA, and they don't want to do the missions. They don't want to build the empire. Do you know what I mean?
This is the thing. If you do want to be successful, you have to understand this. It's not easy. And parts of the journey are lonely, and parts of the journey are difficult, and you will be tested. So it's a be careful what you wish for type of scenario.
Brother, big up yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, Bugzy Malone in the building. Big up, bro.
Love and respect.